Hey there, America. Buckle up because we're diving into the world of Supplemental Security Income, or SSI for short. This program is a lifeline for millions of Americans. It provides crucial financial assistance to people with disabilities, blindness, or those with limited income and resources. And guess what? There's been a big development. As of January 2023, the maximum monthly SSI payment jumped to a whopping $914. That's right, a whole $73 increase. This increase is a big deal for folks who rely on SSI to make ends meet. We're talking about putting food on the table, keeping a roof overhead, and affording essential medication. This increase isn't just some random act of kindness, though. It's all thanks to a little something called the Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA. This adjustment is designed to ensure that SSI benefits keep pace with inflation, which, as we all know, has been hitting everyone pretty hard lately. So this increase is more than just numbers. It's about real people getting the help they need. It's about making sure that everyone has a fair shot at a decent quality of life. And that's something we can all celebrate. Now, you might be wondering, John, why should I care about SSI? Well, let me tell you, this program is a big freaking deal. We're talking about a program that helps over 8 million Americans. These are our fellow citizens who face significant challenges, and SSI helps them live with dignity and independence. Imagine trying to make ends meet on a fixed income while the cost of everything from groceries to rent keeps skyrocketing. That's the reality for millions of SSI recipients. It's tough out there, folks. And let's not forget about the ripple effect. When SSI recipients get a boost, it benefits the entire economy. They spend that money in their local communities, supporting businesses and creating jobs. It's a win-win situation, really. Think about the elderly couple who can now afford their medication, or the disabled individual who can get the support they need. Families can breathe a little easier knowing they have a safety net. And communities grow stronger when everyone has a chance to thrive. The money flows back into local businesses, creating a cycle of prosperity. It's not just about survival, it's about living with dignity and hope. So next time you hear about SSI, remember, it's more than just a check, it's a lifeline for millions, and it makes our society better for everyone. Inflation, that sneaky beast, has been wreaking havoc on everyone's wallets lately, but for people on fixed incomes like SSI recipients, it's a real nightmare. That's where the COLA adjustment comes in, like a superhero in a spreadsheet. The COLA is determined by changes in the Consumer Price Index, which measures inflation. The higher the inflation, the bigger the COLA, and the larger the increase in SSI benefits. It's a system designed to ensure that SSI recipients don't fall behind. That's why this recent increase to $914 is so important. It provides some much-needed breathing room for millions of Americans. However, even with the COLA, keeping up with the rising cost of living can still be a struggle. Economist: the COLA adjustment is a crucial lifeline, but it doesn't solve all the financial challenges. It's a step in the right direction, but more needs to be done to support those on fixed incomes. For now, this increase is a welcome relief, offering a bit of hope and stability. Section 4. A historical perspective. The evolution of SSI. The SSI program, believe it or not, has been around for a while. We're talking almost 50 years. It all started back in 1972 with President Nixon, of all people. It was part of a broader effort to reform the nation's welfare system. Over the years, SSI has gone through some changes. It's been tweaked and adjusted to better serve the needs of beneficiaries. But its core mission has remained the same: to provide a safety net for the most vulnerable among us. And you know what? Despite its imperfections, SSI has made a real difference in the lives of millions. It's kept people out of poverty, helped them afford basic necessities, and allowed them to live with dignity. The journey of SSI is a testament to the evolving needs of society. From its inception in the early 70s to the present day, the program has adapted to the changing times. President Nixon's vision was to create a more efficient and effective welfare system. And while the program has faced its share of challenges, it has also seen many successes. Legislative changes have been made to ensure that SSI continues to meet the needs of its beneficiaries. Community involvement and feedback have played a crucial role in shaping the program. Social workers and advocates have been instrumental in pushing for necessary reforms. Beneficiaries have shared their stories, highlighting the importance of SSI in their lives. These stories remind us of the program's impact and the difference it makes every day. As we look to the future, the evolution of SSI continues, ensuring that it remains a lifeline for those in need. Section 5. The significance of $914 real-life stories of impact. Now, I know what you're thinking, John, all these numbers and statistics are great, but what does this increase really mean for people on the ground? Well, let me tell you a story. Meet Margaret. She's a 72-year-old widow living with a disability. Before the SSI increase, she was struggling to afford her medications and groceries. She was forced to make impossible choices like skipping meals or cutting pills in half. But with the extra $73 a month, I can finally breathe a little easier. I can now afford to buy fresh produce, pay my bills on time, and even treat myself to a movie once in a while. This increase may seem small to some, but for me it's life-changing. And Margaret isn't alone. There are countless others who share similar stories. Take Robert, for instance, a retired veteran who can now afford his medical treatments. Before the increase, he was skipping essential doctor visits. Now he can get the care he needs without the constant worry. These stories highlight the profound impact of the SSI increase. It's not just about the money, it's about dignity, security, and a better quality of life. For many, this increase is a lifeline, a beacon of hope in challenging times. And that, my friends, is the real power of this change. Section 6. Looking ahead, social safety nets and the future of SSI. The recent increase in SSI payments is a step in the right direction. But let's be real, there's still a long way to go. We need to have a serious conversation about strengthening our social safety net and ensuring that programs like SSI are adequately funded and equipped to meet the needs of all Americans. We need to address issues like the benefit cliff, where even a small increase in earnings can result in a loss of benefits. We need to make sure that work pays for everyone, regardless of their background or abilities. The future of SSI, and indeed the future of our nation, depends on our willingness to invest in one another. It's time to stop treating social safety net programs like a burden and start recognizing them for what they are, a vital investment in the well-being of our society. The recent increase in SSI payments is a step in the right direction, but we must continue to push for more comprehensive reforms. We need to ensure that these programs are not just temporary fixes, but long-term solutions that provide stability and security for all. By working together, we can create a future where everyone has the opportunity to thrive, regardless of their circumstances. Let's make sure that our social safety nets are strong enough to catch anyone who might fall, and robust enough to lift them back up. The future of SSI is in our hands, and it's up to us to ensure that it remains a lifeline for millions of Americans.